Hello and welcome to Top Table Duels. Today's video is going to be a ranked best of 3. In the blue we have SonNico at 1022, who's going to be playing a Spright Bystial deck, and in the red we have FCDB at 702, who's going to be playing Elemental Heroes. Before this duel kicks off, let me know in the comments below who you think is going to win this match. So we're going to kick it off. Elemental Heroes is going to be starting. He's immediately going to activate Ian, engage Neo Space, ditching off the Solid Soldier. And that's going to ditch in the Neospatian Air Hummingbird. I have no idea where these plays are going to go. I don't know Elemental Hero that well. So, Elemental Hero's Spirit of Neos. Look at this guy. Alright. And that's going to resolve that. And that allows him to Spirit of Neos. Because when this card is normal special summon, you can special summon one level 4 hero monster from your hand. This card is sent to the monster in the graveyard spell effect. You can target one hero monster in your graveyard, special summon it. And yeah, the send one monster, one elemental hero from your hand or from your deck to the grave, especially one Neospatian, and then if you add one polymerization from your deck to hand. So far, he's exactly where he was when he started. Kind of. Still at 5. So you already added the poly. SonNico said you already added the poly, but I think he was forgetting about the other effect, or one spell chart that mentions Elemental Hero Neos. So he grabs the EN Shuffle, one of the newer cards, says shuffle one Elemental Hero Neospatian monster you control into the deck, and if you do, special summon one Elemental Hero Neospatian monster with a different name from your deck. You can banish it. Oh man, they are not happy over here. With my spiel, yes. You already added poly. You speak bullshit. I know my deck. Okay. So I guess SonNico wasn't really paying attention. He's like, you already added the poly. He thought that this effect was the poly that added. He didn't read the engage to see that that was why it was added. All right, so Ian Shuffle's going to activate the gets him out of Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist effect, special summon stuff to get the mass change, the special summon effect. And then Ian Shuffle is banish effect to shuffle this shuffle from your graveyard into the deck, either one Elemental Hero monster or one Neospatian, then draw one card. Alright, so he's got his mass change, his Forbidden Droplet, and a Super Polymerization sitting down, 2 polys. So as far as breaking boards go, I don't know how well that would have done, but his opponent is immediately going to start his turn by activating Bystial Rebellion in main phase 1. Bystial Rebellion's effect will activate. Epsy says that is fine. Go ahead. He's going to add his Magnemite. Now he's going to normal summon his Jet, which is going to be met by Mass Change, going into his Dark Law, and then I don't know if he's going to activate Miss Effect. Yep, so he's going to activate. I mean, he could have chained the Magnemite to that. Right, the target one hero monster. Yeah, so he could have chained his Chain Link 2 to Miss Effect with the Magnemite. Chooses to wait as the hero Neos off of the Miss Effect. So then he activates Bystial Magnemite's effect. Then he activates Bystial Drew Swarm, banishing out his Lubellion. Looks like he's going to be pushing for damage. And he says on summon think. SonNico says, by the way, I have priority. That's a given. You get your effects. Alright, so he's going to hit him with a Super Poly. He's got 2 darks with different names. He's selecting 2 of the same name. What could you make with that? It's not... No, can't make that. Yeah, he's got to go after the Drew Swarm there. Good thing is, though, is because everything gets banished, Drew Swarm's effect can't kick off here. So right now, SonNico is thinking about what he can go into. Oh, he said, I almost forgot to resolve my Spright Jet. Get you some Smashers, and now Dark Law is going to activate. I can't activate the Smashers because he has no... Oh, sorry, you banished one Spriggan's Theory and a Spright card from your hand or your graveyard. Yeah, so he could have... He could have chained there. Yeah, so it's interesting that he didn't attempt to chain there to get rid of the Dark Law because... Okay, so he thinks he's going to go... Okay, so I can see what he's doing here. He didn't want to waste resources. He thinks he's going to go into... he thinks he's going to go into the Zeus here. And the reason he didn't do the Spright Bystial is probably because he would then burn a resource from hand to banish the Dark Law, and then his other stars would get banished, leaving with nothing. Okay, so I see why he didn't. So he's going to go in damage step when he declares the attack with the Shadow Mosquito. He is going to do the Forbidden Droplet. Take the 2400 because he, for whatever reason, chose the big boy. Doesn't banish the materials for whatever reason. There we go. Epsy's helping him out there. Lights off the Spright starter, gets himself, SonNico gets himself the special summon on the blue. Blue's effect will trigger. At this point, though, you gotta think. Okay, so at this point, you gotta think. What does it go into to really? He's not getting. He's already used his battle phase. What is he gonna get into? I guess could have made his. Yeah, could have made his Zeus there at the end, right? Because a Xe did attack. All right, so SonNico's gonna get to go first this time. He's gonna special summon to his Fenrir for start of game 2. Fenrir's effect activates. In hand, he's got his Nimble Beaver, his Spright Red, his Nimble Angler, as well as his Bystial Magnamut. Epsy is sitting on Mass Change, Regeki, Infinite Impermanence, Emergency Call, and Engage Neo Space. Pretty good hand. So SonNico is now going to use his normal summon for his Nimble Beaver. Special summon himself out an Angler. Nice tech card. Never seen it. Epsy is at 702 and says, I have never seen the Beaver. Epsy, my man, what are you playing in? Okay, sends them on accident. We actually meant to Xe summon into Gigantic Spright. Gigantic Spright's effect will activate, which is going to be met by the Infinite Impermanence. That's a good. He said, "Is it good timing? I don't know your deck." And SonNico says, "Yes, that was very good timing." I have to agree. So then he's going to go into the Spright Elf. It's interesting that he didn't. Did I miss something? That he didn't go into Sprine. Oh, you know what? He didn't go into Sprine because he might only be playing 2 Nimble Angler. So he had his Sprine play was turned off because he chose that. So interesting, SonNico. I wonder if he was only playing 2 Nimble Angler because Sprine would have been the better play there. So Epsy is going to go into his main phase 1, light off his Regeki, clearing the entire board, and then activate Emergency Call. I don't know a whole lot about elemental heroes. Not really seen this build. It's not one that we typically see a lot of. But after seeing his first board, I'm not 100% sure if he can OTK with this. So he's going to activate the Ian, gets the Elemental Hero Mist in the graveyard as well as Air Hummingbird to get his Spirit of Neos on the field, adds his Polymerization, and then Neos gets to add him a Stratos. You can add to your hand one position or one spell trap card that mentions Elemental Hero monster card to it. Okay, so he added the Stratos off of Shadow Mist effect. So now he's gonna normal his Stratos, get himself another search, get the Liquid Soldier, Bubble Man's older bro, and then he's gonna activate Polymerization. Okay, old school Poly, going into Elemental Hero Sunrise. Monster you control gain 200 attack for each different attribute you control. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If this card is special summon, you can add a Miracle Fusion. When attack is declared involving a hero monster, you control target one card on the field, destroy it. Alright, so then Liquid Soldier's effect activates because he uses Fusion, draws 2, discards his Harpy's Feather Duster. He says, I ain't gonna need that. This is game on board. He's already got 5k, and he's only looking at 1 interrupt from Magnamut here. Lights off the Miracle Fusion to get himself into an absolute zero. Makes itself, what is that? It makes itself a 3k. OG Fusion right here that wipes the board after it leaves the field. Mirror Jade, eat your heart out, man. Alright, and then he's going to activate his as Neos Fusion, sending 2 from the deck, getting himself the Elemental Hero Brave Neos. Must be Fusion Summoned. Gains 100 attack for each Neospatian and Hero monster in your graveyard. When this card destroys an opponent's model battle, you can add 1 spell or trap card from your deck or hand that specifically lists Hero Neos. I didn't catch what that draw was there at the end, though, but he just kind of kept playing. All right, so he has OTK on board if he can get through this push right here. If he can get through the Magnum. Hit for 29. Hit for 20 same. Hit for 27. He's going to swing in, say, I'm going to block. But it doesn't even matter if he blocks because that just runs it over. It's fine. And then he's going to hit the 3K. Gets a shuffle and then swings in. And that is it. SonNico scoops it up. A fast 2-0 by Elemental Heroes against what is arguably the second, maybe third best deck in the format. Epsi, that was well played. I think SonNico probably didn't know what he was looking at, didn't know what to expect. And that's always the best of a blowout of a rogue, especially seeing one with this much consistency and this much draw power to just keep playing. That's actually incredibly impressive. So let me know if you like this duel in the comments below. If you liked this Elemental Heroes deck, maybe it's making you think, hey, I should probably go start playing Elemental Heroes. If you didn't like it, also let me know that. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch y'all next time.
Thank you for watching. Try some of these other great duels. If you like what you saw, give us a like and subscribe.